You lay upside down on your bed, chest pressed lightly against the soft mattress, one hand clutching your phone while the other lazily dangled over the edge. Your legs swung back and forth, your feet lightly kicked the air behind you, but your eyes weren't on your phone. They were fixed on him, Jungkook, sitting in your gaming chair, headphones on, his attention completely absorbed in a meeting. He was calm, professional, and composed. Your room was small but warm, scattered with soft lights, your perfume lingering in the air, and Jungkook's presence making it feel even cozier. You had practically dragged him to your apartment today even though he had loads of work because it had been too long since you both spent proper time together. Just seeing him here, close enough to reach out and touch, made your heart squeeze with longing. Yin, Jungkook. You sang his name sweetly, hoping he'd look your way, but he couldn't hear you. He was too focused on his screen, voice steady as he talked to someone. Your ears perked up immediately when you caught a woman's name. Jungkook. Amelia. Could you pull up the previous reports for everyone? Your stomach twisted slightly. You sat up straight, eyes narrowing a little. You weren't the jealous type, never had been, but you needed any excuse to get his attention, even the tiniest one. Slowly, carefully, you crawled to the edge of the bed, trying to inch closer to him, but your movement had one consequence. You appeared right beside him in the Zoom window. His eyes widened slightly, and he immediately turned his webcam off. His lips moved, silently mouthing, "Yes, baby?" You bit your lip and whispered, embarrassed, "Yin, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Before he could answer you, someone on the call spoke again and he had to respond. He straightened up and said in a professional tone, "Jungkook, yes, that'll be fine. Send me the summary, and confirm all final points on record please. We'll continue into minutes. Everyone can take a short break." He muted his microphone and turned back to you. "Jungkook, it's okay, really. Everyone in my company already knows I have a fiance." Your eyes widened. You instantly scooted closer now that the camera was off. "Yin, everyone knows." Jungkook smiled softly, loving that surprised look on your face. "Jungkook, yes Yin, I didn't know that. You told them." Jungkook shrugged slightly but his eyes were softly looking at you. "Jungkook, it's not something I'd ever hide. Not when it's about you." Your breath caught a little at how simply he said it, like it was obvious, natural, easy for him to claim you like that. You tilted your head slightly and asked, "Yin, is the camera off?" Your voice was soft, innocent, almost playful. "Jungkook, it is." Jungkook answered, his eyes flicking to the screen. A small smile curved his lips, betraying his attempt to stay serious. You nodded sweetly, the innocence in your gesture making his chest tighten. He thought you'd go back to the bed, curl up, and let him work. But instead, you leaned a little closer, tilting his chair gently toward the bed. Your arms reached for his shoulders, supporting yourself as you eased onto his lap. "Jungkook, oh my Yin," he breathed, a mix of shock and disbelief in his voice. "I have to work, baby." His words said one thing, but his body said another. He didn't push you off or shift you away. His hands opened instinctively, holding you close, inviting you to stay. He had never refused your touch in his life, and the habit had become unconscious. Your small frame fit perfectly against his broad chest. You buried your face against him, inhaling the comforting scent of his shirt. "Yin, I'm bored," you mumbled, your voice muffled against his chest. He smiled, pressing a kiss gently in the middle of your forehead, his arms tightening around you. "Jungkook, I'm so sorry Yin, but I really have to attend this meeting. It's important." You tilted your head up, looking at him through your lashes, and ran your hand across his chest. "Yin, well, can I sit like this? Please keep your camera off. I'll be quiet. I promise I won't disturb you." He chuckled softly, leaning down just enough to press his lips against your cheek, teasing with a gentle bite. "Jungkook, it's not that I don't want you here, but I know you'll distract me. I won't be able to focus." A smirk spread across your face, satisfied. Exactly why you were on his lap. "Yin, you're scared already," you teased, your hands tracing idle patterns over his chest. "Jungkook, what? No, I'm not." "Yin, you can't handle me," you whispered, voice teasing. "Jungkook, well, that's true," he admitted, but his words faltered as one of his employees spoke on the call. You leaned closer, pressing your ear to his cheek, straining to hear the muffled conversation. The voice was unmistakably female. You could see her on the Zoom screen. her expression sharp and attentive, clearly hanging on his every word. You had seen her in his office many times before, always hovering a little too close, always finding excuses to stand near him. She lingered around Jungkook more than any other employee, even though she knew he was engaged. She didn't seem to care. Your eyes narrowed, heart pounding, as the woman finished speaking and Jungkook's turn to reply came. Your mind acted before your thoughts could catch up. Your lips moved before your mind even understood what you were doing. You didn't think about whether Jungkook would get angry. You didn't think about consequences. All you thought about was her voice, her soft, unnecessary sweetness, and the fact that she needed to know he wasn't alone. You leaned in, your breath brushing the warm skin of his neck. You knew every one of his weak spots, every place that made him melt. And you chose the most dangerous one. You parted your lips and pressed them right below his ear, slow and warm, not just a kiss. Your tongue traced a gentle line, enough to stretch his skin and make him tremble. His reaction was immediate and helpless. His fingers clutched your waist, his chest upward. Jungkook. Why Yin? Your name fell from his lips in a shaky, half tone. It slipped right into his headphones. His eyes flew open, mouth dropping as if he couldn't believe you did that while he was still on the call. You smirked against his neck, feeling his pulse jump. He coughed quickly, trying to cover the sound, his hand gripping your thigh as if asking you to stop, but his body betraying how much he wanted you to continue. Amelia, Mr. Jeon, are you okay? Her voice sharpened with suspicion. She couldn't see him, but she definitely heard something. Jungkook, oh, yes, I'm fine. Let's move to the next part. He lifted his head and shot you a look that was half shocked, half helpless, eyebrows raised. He mouthed silently, baby, why would you do that? You only pouted, your fingers sliding along the buttons of his shirt. You looked up at him with the softest, most innocent expression, eyes wide, lips small. Yin, I don't know. I said I'm bored. It just happened. He stared at you, speechless, as if you were the most dangerous cute thing he'd ever seen, even while trying to look strict. A tiny smile tugged at the corner of his lips. Jungkook, stop doing this. You know I can't keep my voice in. He whispered in lightly. Not hard, just enough to make you squeak. Yin, I'm sorry. He bit his lip to hide how much that little sound affected him, coughing again before turning back to unmute. But before he could, you slipped your hand under his shirt. His breath caught. Jungkook, baby. Hey, Yin, I'm cold please. You whispered it against his chest, and he immediately softened. His heart hammered under your palm. You knew it. You felt how fast it got when you touched him. He exhaled, giving up, but then you did the worst thing. You didn't just stop at slipping your hands inside. You lifted his shirt and slid your whole body under it, hiding your smirk in his chest. He gasped, Jungkook, Yin, oh lord, I'm scared now. You're gonna make me the moment I unmute. From inside his shirt, you peeked your eyes out through his collar, looking like a kitten who knew exactly how dangerous she was, your mischievous little smile showing. Yin, don't worry, I'll be gentle. He let out a shaky sigh and pressed his forehead to yours defeated. Jungkook, I'm trusting you. Yin, absolutely baby. He turned his mic back on with visible fear in his eyes. His arms immediately wrapped around you, locking you tight against his chest so you wouldn't move an inch. Jungkook, alright, please inform everyone that we'll continue again. Amelia, alright. Her tone was clipped, uncomfortable, maybe even jealous. You bit your lower lip, feeling a wicked excitement rise in you. Slowly, you shifted higher on Jungkook's lap, your chest pressing into him, your face inching closer to his neck. He tilted his head back immediately, trying to escape your lips, still talking into the mic like nothing was happening, his voice trembling as he attempted to stay professional. But you were not making that easy. Your hand inside his shirt slid to his side, and you tickled him gently with your fingers. His body jerked instantly. His voice cracked into the mic. He bent forward, trying to hold his laugh in, his shoulders shaking, and that was all the chance you needed. That tiny moment was enough for you. You leaned in fast and pressed your mouth to his neck, right under his ear. His breath hitched so sharply that his mic picked it up again. He squeezed his eyes shut, his voice trembling as he tried to continue talking. You cupped the back of his neck with your warm fingers, holding him still, and pressed your lips on his skin again. Slow, wet, deliberate. He was doomed. Amelia, Mr. Jeon, are you there? Jungkook closed his eyes tightly. Jungkook, yes, What I was saying is, his voice was breathless, shaky, not even close to his usual cool tone. You enjoyed every second of it. Your lips traveled from that soft spot under his jaw up to his ear, then down again. His neck melted into your mouth. Your tasting his skin, your mouth leaving warm kisses along the curve of his neck to his collarbone. Your kisses were slow but loud enough that his mic captured the sound of his breathing getting uneven. He really tried, to keep talking. But then, Joseph, Mr. Gian, is your girlfriend around? His tone was teasing, amused. You smirked, but before Jungkook could defend himself, Amelia cut in sharply. Amelia, that's impossible. Mr. Gian never allows anyone to interrupt him during meetings. Her tone just a little too sharp. Jungkook's jaw clenched. His embarrassment was clear, but so was the melting his face. Jungkook, hey guys, let's focus. And he never finished that sentence, because suddenly, you him, right on the sound that almost left his mouth would have exposed everything, so he slammed the mic off instantly. His eyes flew open, almost black with shock and desire. Jungkook, you won't listen, will you? You kissed the same spot again, slow this time. Yin, I'm just playing, what's wrong with that? Your voice melted against his skin, he shivered, and then, you crossed the line completely. His breath came out in quick, desperate bursts. Jungkook, stop, Yin, no, you whispered it against his throat, making his entire back arch. He placed his palm over your mouth, desperate to silence you, but it only made you giggle into his skin. You didn't stop your hand though, your fingers kept. He had no control left, still panting, still half. He forced himself to turn the microphone back on. His voice was hoarse, broken, trembling. Jungkook, hey guys, I'm so sorry. Let's continue this meeting tomorrow. A beat of silence. Then Joseph burst out laughing. Joseph, I knew his fiance was around. More laughter erupted from the team. Jungkook's face burned red, not from embarrassment, but from trying to stay quiet while you kept teasing him under the shirt. You felt his heart beating wildly against your cheek. Jungkook, Joseph, meet me tomorrow. His tone made Joseph laugh even harder. The other employees slowly left the call. Amelia was the first to disconnect, her face tight and annoyed. The moment the screen went silent, Jungkook finally threw his head back against the chair, breathing hard, eyes squeezing shut. Then, without warning, Jungkook slammed the PC shut. The screen went black. The whole system powered off with one click. And when he looked up at you, his eyes were different, still soft, still shy, but now mixed with something dizzy, breathless, hungry, the kind of look that made your stomach twist. Jungkook, come here, he said, voice lower than before. You didn't even get a second to breathe. Because the moment you leaned an inch closer, his hand slid behind your neck and his mouth crashed onto yours, hard, desperate, stealing the air out of your lungs. Your gasp disappeared inside his kiss as he pulled you closer, devouring you like he had waited too long. You barely blinked before he stood, wrapped his arm around your waist, lifted you from the chair, and fell onto the bed with you in a breathless bounce. Yin, Jungkook, you gasped, but he didn't let your lips go. Jungkook, play with me now, he whispered against your mouth, breath hot. Yin, Jungkook, I was just, your voice caught when his mouth moved down your neck. Jungkook, I love everything you do to me, he said, eyes half closed as he kissed up your jaw. I love when you tease me, when you make me lose control, when you force me to mark myself as yours. Yin. But how will you leave the house like this? Jungkook smiled. Slow, breathless, sinful. Jungkook, I love walking around with your marks on my neck. I want people to see. Between kisses, he whispered softly, Jungkook, I love you. The sudden softness made your body melt under him. He always knew when to slow down, when to remind you were safe. You smiled, your voice barely a breath. Yin, I love you more. Jungkook, relax he whispered as he kissed the corner of your lips. I'm right here, always here. Even though you were the one who drove him crazy moments ago, biting him, teasing him, making him into a meeting, he still understood you better than anyone. He knew you played with him boldly, but when things became real, when the tension turned into something deeper, you grew shy, nervous, overwhelmed. You could be bold enough to burn him alive, but when the fire grew real, you became the softest, most nervous version of yourself. He loved that. He loved that you tried to break him during the meeting, and now he got to put you back together, gently, and he adored every second of it.